Hi, this is Dana Sardano with FindUniquelyYou.com, and today I am here having a conversation with Mrs. Tamar Berkowitz, and this is going to be awesome on like a whole bunch of levels, but I'm going to share with you my favorite. Tamar was a student of mine way back in 2007. Tamar, you graduated in 2009, correct? Yeah, so 2006, 2007. She was a student of mine, and whatever, I'll just say it on video. She was without question one of my favorites. And, but what I loved about Tamar so much was not just the fact that she was beautiful in every way and to the most lovely disposition, but she literally learned nothing in my class. But just to be clear, she meant well. She loved me. There was definitely a relationship, but Tamar was she was more interested in the basketball court outside the window and the tree just outside the window. And I knew no matter what I did, Tamar was not paying attention, but she was there in spirit. And I loved her for it. And here's the win for me. And then I will move on. The win for me is, as an incoming U-Instructor, I not only get to be her, her teacher again to some degree, because it's my job to go through all the content and to make sure it's appropriate and, quality for the platform. But I got to read her syllabus and I got to make grammatical corrections. But, no, I totally kid. Tamar is amazing. She is a mother of four. She has created her own business, Manifest Health, and she's teaching, workshop. And I say, hopefully more than one on the platform. And they were all about everything she does is about really rediscovering who we are, unpacking the I don't like to use words like damage, but unpacking the heaviness that keeps us stuck and creating the best lives for ourselves. Manifest health, if you will. And again, enough said. Dana talks a lot, but Tamar, thank you for joining me. And with that said, I'd love you to tell us a little bit about what you do.
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much for that beautiful introduction. And it goes to show you don't have to go to school to be a teacher.
Right. Yeah, the gift is the gift, girl. And you got the gift without question.
Thank you so much. So I am a holistic health coach and a mindset coach and a somatic healing coach. And with my one-on-one clients, I really like to combine all three of those things to help people heal from chronic illness. That is my biggest passion, but I also love to teach all of these things individually to help people with their own self-improvement and to find themselves and to shed away all the BS that gets put on us throughout life.
And your workshop, which we don't need to get too much into, but rewiring your reality. The thing that I am most fascinated by with your workshop is the steps that you take, like the way you approach it, right? The way you approach it. There are energetic ways to approach things. There are psychological ways and practical ways. And you kind of hit all of it. So just briefly, just give me a little, what are the boom, boom, boom of how you approach your workshop?
So first we go into the quantum physics side of how to rewire your reality. And then we go into the neuroscience side. And then we go into all the practical ways to apply it. And the reason why I like to do it that way is because in my own life and my own experience, I'm a very, very spiritual person. I always have been. But I'm very much about connecting the woo with the science. That's my thing. I love to explore all areas of things. And when you get into the science of it, it really shows you how it works. And for me, it helps me to solidify these ideas and really put them into practice and understand, when you look at the neuroscience, you see this is literally what's happening in your brain when you do these practices, and this is how your brain is affecting your body, and this stuff is totally real. It all works together, and to me it's just so fascinating, and like I said, it really helps solidify all of the ideas.
And that's what I love about you and about what you do, because one of the things that I always hear falling out of my mouth is not everything is just one thing.
Mm-hmm.
We as human beings like to categorize things, right?
Yes.
You're this, you're that, I'm the other, right? But the reality is everything is just everything. And if we can look at it from more than one perspective, it's easy to say, oh, it's woo woo, but it's not. You're calling it woo woo because you don't understand it.
Exactly.
Right. And so when we learn to understand that there is an energetic component, right? There is a psychological, or a neuroscience perspective. And then there's the practicality. We can have all the information we want, but if we don't know how to, if we don't know how to do it, then we're stuck. And the thing that I also love about you, because I'm here to just tell you all the reasons why I love you, Tamar, but
I'll take it.
Yeah. Say more things like that. But there really is the balance in everything is so important. Mm-hmm. And when we're dealing with this sort of self-improvement, self-rediscovery, whatever you want to call it, self-actualization, if you don't have the ability to balance the theoretical, the spiritual, the energetic, the metaphysical, whatever you want to call it, right? With the actual practical hands-on action part, then you're imbalanced. Mm. So I can be the go get 'em. But if I really don't have that connection, then I'm going to go get 'em in circles. Right. And it's the opposite. If I have all this spiritual connection, you've heard me say this more than once, and I'm out in the woods with crystals in my hands under the moonlight, but I can't figure out how to, I love it. But if I can't figure out how to pay my electric bill, then what have I got?
Yeah.
What crystal is that? It looks like a solar plexus one. Is it yellow?
It's orange calcite.
Orange calcite. Nice. Yeah. So that's all solar plexus stuff. That's all about the confidence.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I hold when I'm doing interviews.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah, it's my little fidget thing.
Well, yeah. As we've established from your intro, the fidget thing is helpful with maintaining focus. Yeah. But anyway. So we know what you do and we know the value of it. What's your why? Like, why are you doing this when you could be doing anything else?
So my why is because, first of all, I actually used to be a hairstylist and makeup artist. That was like what I thought was my path in life. But when I started having kids 6 years ago, I started getting really sick. I started developing all these autoimmune diseases. And after my third child was born, my health hit complete rock bottom. I had flare-ups with all four of my autoimmune issues at once. And at that moment, I decided I need to make a change. Doctors weren't helping me. So I pursued the natural route, and I discovered everything about the natural healing world, about the spiritual side and the nutrition and the supplements. And I fell in love with the information I was learning. And I realized that this is what I meant to do. And I realized that I'm a natural born healer. So many different things happen that helped bring me to this conclusion. But one of the things that I suffered from was vestibular migraines, and that's what left me so completely debilitated. And I had heard about other people who suffered what I suffered, who ended up committing suicide, because you can't live like that. And that's what became my why. When I realized that this information can save people. It can save their lives. And even more than that, in my own life, my own experience, I experienced so much profound healing that, when you experience this healing, you get to the point where you realize life is actually really magical. And really cool, right? Cool. And you got control over what direction it goes. It's incredible. And we are so we're living in the Truman Show. Like, we're stuffed in this box, and that's not reality. And when you meet reality for what it really is, it's incredible. And I feel like that is the direction the world is going in, and I want to be a part of bringing in that new golden age.
I just got the chills. From the turtleneck. I just got the chills. I tell you, Tamar, It brings me so much joy. And anybody who is watching this video who kinda is buying in, picking up what we're putting down, but like not 100% sure, here's what it comes down to. When you, in general, when you uncover certain things, like when you come to realize, oh, I am the creative force. So I love you're holding that crystal. That's about empowerment, creativity, the ability to be confident in pursuing your purpose. But when we realize that it's within us, and then realize that there's layers of just conditioning and experiences that have damaged us in some way, that when we peel that back, that's what's creating the stagnant energy. That's what's creating the inability to live the life we desire. That's what's creating these physical maladies. So when we realize that, because I have similar experiences to you, Tamar, different ailments, but same thing, right? Different face, different age, same crap. And, but when you realize it and you start to peel it back and you start to realize what the patterns and the formulas are, and you start to drive the ship yourself, you just want to tell everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why you become a coach. And that's why you become a teacher, an educator, teaching workshops, whatever it is. You just want to shout it from the rooftop.
Yes, exactly.
And right? Right. And so just in closing, because we could, talk about this stuff all day and have to take a workshop and see. But in closing, I just want to share with you that that's another reason why I just am so taken with you, because there are plenty of people out there that have read the books and watched the videos and want to talk the talk, but you've walked the walk. You've walked the walk. You've discovered it yourself. You figured it out. You even on the daily are continuing, because it doesn't stop. People are like, when's this thing over? I'm always like, when's this thing over? And then I can't get out of bed. And I'm like, shit, it's not over.
Yeah, it never stops. And for me, it's totally addictive. I am addicted to just becoming better and growing and learning and just, just keep going. I love it.
Yeah.
It's the best feeling in the world.
And even when the circumstances are crappy, that there's a reason for the crappiness. Yes. It's like a little puzzle. And then when you fix the crappiness, even though it's crappy, it's not like we were like, yay, it's crappy. But on the other side, you're like, yeah. And we're all rooting for one another because we all know that it's part of the assignment, I guess.
Exactly. It does make the hard things easier just because you understand the purpose for them and you understand how to move through them and how you're going to create magic out of this hard, difficult thing, whatever you're going through.
Yeah. Yeah. And the term magic, I mean, I know I throw it around a lot, but it really does feel like magic.
It does.
Right?
But that's reality,
and the things
which is so cool.
Yeah. Yeah. And the things that you want, and I'm going to use the word manifest, but the things that you want to manifest, it becomes almost instantaneous after a while. You know what I mean? Like the working so hard, the density of the energy that you have to kind of climb through to get what you want gets more and more streamlined, and it almost becomes comical.
Yeah. It's
right?
true. It's true.
Oh, Tamar, you're amazing. I'm so excited that you're here, that we're doing this. This is like really kind of cool.
It's beyond amazing. I can't believe it. For me also, it is so full circle because I had really had such a difficult childhood and nobody saw me, nobody understood me. And you were really the only adult in my life as a child that saw me. And the fact that you are now bringing me into this new era of my life of mentoring me to now teach is just beyond. Like, I can't even, there's just no words. It's beyond full circle.
What is this salty discharge coming from my eye holes? Oh my goodness. Oh, Tamar, you're amazing. I love you. I'm so glad you're here. And anybody again who is watching this, please check out what she's doing. Manifest Health, she works with you individually. She also does workshops live or in person, but also on finduniquelyu.com. You could find her on the platform, teaching her little heart out. I taught her everything she knows. And I'm But yeah, please check her out. She's definitely worth connecting with. So thank you, Tamar.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God, my pleasure. And thank you, audience, and have a wonderful day.